So hey beautiful people, it's your mentor USDJPY here, and welcome to another YouTube video with me where we are going to be breaking down the markets together. So on today's session we are going to be focusing on US30, USDJPY, GBPUSD and Euro USD. So before we start with the session, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe and the notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I drop content. And also make sure that you check the description section where you are going to find my free Telegram group if you want free signals and quality analysis. So let's get it, guys. Okay, so on today's session, as I've mentioned, we are going to be doing a price breakdown, but the first pair that we are going to be starting with is USDJPY. As you all can see that, okay, USDJPY has been on a bullish structure. How do we see that? Price has been creating a series of higher highs and high lows, and then at the same time we've been impulsing and correcting to the upside. Hope you guys can see that, okay, an impulse, correction, impulsive movement, correction, big impulse, correction, and then now we are faced with what? With the impulsive movement, right? So now what is it that we can see so far? We are going to be looking for buying opportunities, right? So which means from this area to that area there, this is what we refer to as what? An impulsive movement, right? Or impulsive wave to call it. And then now what we want to do is that we want to look for buying opportunities so that we can go and eliminate this high here. Why are we eliminating this high here specifically? Because of we know that every single time on an uptrend, highs are always eliminated, right? Highs are always eliminated. So now our goal is to look for buying opportunities so that we can eliminate that high there at the top. Okay, moving on, kindly note that I've cut price. Yeah, so now what is it that we can see? We can see that, okay, price is on a bullish structure, right? And then what is it that we can see so far? We can see that we have what? We have a weak high here, right? We have a weak high here. Price presented us with what? With a weak high. So price has presented us here with what? With a weak high. So now this low here becomes what? Becomes our strong low. Why? Because of we are on a minor structure or an impulsive wave on an uptrend, right? So this acts as what? As an uptrend also, which means we're still going to respect the properties of what? Of an uptrend, right? This is going to be our strong low. So since we have him as our strong low, what does this mean? This means that, okay, price at the moment is currently creating what? Price at the moment is currently creating a swing high, right? Price at the moment is currently creating a swing high. Once price is done creating the swing high here, it will do what? We expect to see price correct to the downside. We expect to see price correct to the downside to come tap into our demand area, and then we're going to have that impulse to the upside to go and eliminate our main high, right? That's our goal, right? So now in terms of entry point, we can switch to other time frames to look for our area of entry, right? So some would prefer to use that daily demand area or point of interest. Some would prefer to do what? To go to a smaller time frame to go and search for that what do you call this thing? The refined entry level, right? Some would prefer to look for that refined entry level. So some would come and identify this area here as what? As that demand area, right? Let's return back to our daily. Some would prefer to use this main area here, but the only negative thing about using this area here is that the risk of that trade will always be high. So this we can call it what? We can call it the point of interest. This can be referred to as what? As our point of interest. So this means that, okay, we are going to be looking for buying opportunities from that area, and then now our entry point will be here, stop loss right there, and then we are going to be impulsing the price to the upside to come and eliminate that high there, right? So now what is it that we can see? We can see that, okay, now this area here, this low here, since it is the low before a demand area, we can refer to as what? As our inducement, right? We can refer to it as what? As our inducement. So this area here can be considered as our inducement, right? So now let's see how price behaves. Price pushes beautifully so to the downside, gives us that beautiful tap, and then we have what? We have that impulsive movement to the upside, right? So this is a basic simple structure that I would assume that you guys are aware of it by now, right? And then price impulse into the upside. What do we see? We then see price eliminating that high that we're speaking about, right? So this means that, okay, our main high, this week high here, has been what? Has been eliminated. So since all this high has been eliminated, this prompts us to look for more buying opportunities within the markets, right? So this prompts us to do what? To look for more buying opportunities within the market. As you guys can see that, okay, price does what? Price continue to impulse the upside depending on your style of trading, right? Depending on your style of trading, you will then as a trader decide when or where do you want to close. So let me speak about this area here. And I think around this area here, that's where we managed to see, I think it was NFP or CPI, right? We managed to see CPI clicking in, but then moving on with price, what is it that we can see? We can see that, okay, after the main break on this high, price does what? Gives us the consolidation and it impulses to the upside, making this high here a weak high, right? Making that high there a weak high. So since all this high here can be considered as a weak high, what does this mean? This means that now we have high opportunities of seeing price doing what? Respecting this area here. So this area also, we can also refer to it as what? As our point of interest, as our point of interest, right? So this means that, okay, now we want to keep buying this USDJPY, right? We want to keep buying it. And then now when we take this type of buying opportunity, where we intend to exit our trade as well is at this high here, at this weak high here. So this is the area that we want to see price eliminate, right? So this is the area that we want to see what? This is the area that we want to see price normally do what? Eliminate. So now we are going to be looking for our buying opportunities from that area. And then this means that, okay, now this area here will act as what? This area here will act as our stop loss level. So now buying opportunities were here. Calculated risk, guys. So one of the key things that I tell most of my students under the mentorship program, that if you as a trader wants to become profitable, one of the things that you have to follow is designing a system that you can use to trade and then apply risk management, right? Calculated risk, knowing exactly that on these types of entry points here, maybe you're a prop trader, you know that, okay, from this high to that area there, this is how much I'm going to be making. From that area here to that area here, how much am I going to be making, right? This helps you as a trader to design your trades, do all these types of things that you want to do to improve your system, right? So prop firm trading, right? Some of you guys are having problems with passing your prop firms because of you become too ignorant. You choose any lot size that you want, that you feel like using actually. But if you were that trader that would actually focus or invest their time in calculating that risk, you would be able to know that, okay, at this entry here, I'm using a specific lot. At this entry here, I'm using a specific lot. And probably this entry can pass your phase one, this one can pass your phase two, then you know that you funded. But moving on, what is it that we can see? Price gives us a pinpoint zero flow entry point, and then it keeps doing what? It keeps impulsing to the upside, right? Price keeps impulsing to the upside. So this means that, okay, at the moment, we are still waiting for it to do what? To come and eliminate that weak high there. So guys, this is a typical example of how to approach price. Now let's go check Euro US dollar. Now I want us to go check what? I want us to go check Euro US dollar, right? Euro US dollar on a daily time frame, right? I want us to focus on analyzing Euro US dollar on a daily time frame. So what is it that we can see so far? What we can see, kindly know that here we are making a proper analysis, right? I wasn't doing a breakdown or anything, right? So what is it that we can see within the markets? What we can see is that, okay, price has been bearish, right? Price has been bearish at this area here. So this area here has been bearish, but the overall direction of the market is what? It's bullish. How can you see that? Impulse, big correction. So it means we are looking forward to impulse into the upside, right? So what is it that I can see? I can see that, okay, there is what? A demand area, or our point of interest that hasn't been tested, right? We have a demand area that has not been tested at the moment, right? So use these things to advantage. As you saw previously that, okay, on USDJPY, we're looking for buying opportunities to go eliminate that high, which means that this confirms to us that Euro USD will drop to probably this area here, and then now it's going to be a vice versa. That one will drop, and then this one will push to the upside, right? And then what is it that we can see also? This high here, it's the high that created the movement to the upside, which means it's weak, right? This high here can act as our weak high, and then this low here is a definite weak low. And then what is it that you can see? This is our inducement, right? So this is our inducement, right? So this can be seen as our inducement. So now what does this mean? This means that, okay, when we look for this type of buying opportunities within the market, what is it that we want? We want to see price eliminate that higher high, right? We want to see price eliminate this higher high here. That's one thing that we want to see within the market. We want to see price eliminating that higher high here, right? So now what does this mean? This means that, okay, now when you take such types of entries, man, the point of interest is a big huge, so you'll have to look for a form of confirmation, right? And one of the things that I would like to advise you guys on, see, this is a correctional phase of the market. I do not advise traders to mostly focus on trading the correctional phase of the market. Why? Because of there are higher chances of you taking losses, right? For example, some of you guys can see that, okay, price took this low out. Maybe you find a demand, a supply area here. Price takes you out, right? Here, you see, there's what? There's a stop hand here. Price does respect our area, but it hits our stop loss, right? But then when you look for buying opportunities on a buying trend, the chances of you having that setup in an accurate manner, they are very high. They are very high. So let's avoid that by all means. So now what is it that we're looking for? We're looking for this buy here. So this means that, okay, this will be our entry level. This will be our entry level, right? So this will act as our entry level. So we're going to be looking for buying opportunities from here, and then our stop loss level here, right? So this will be this will act as our stop loss level. So now we're expecting that drop to the downside, and then that impulse to the upside to come and eliminate that higher high there, right? We're looking for something like this, right? So this is what I see on Euro USD. I don't know what you guys see. Comment on the comment section so that I can know what is it that you guys are looking for. And then let's go check our US30. Let's go check our US30. I want us to use Pepperstone actually. US30. Let's use Pepperstone. Right, let me remove everything on my charts. Okay, so US30, beautiful, 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 beautiful. If you've been following me for a while now, you would by now know that we've managed to catch this buy here. We managed to catch this buy here on US30. There was this buy here that we caught, right? Right, there was this buy here that we caught on US30. Clean buy where we see price do what? Leaving us with what is with our inducement. Price left us with our inducement here, and then now we know that, okay, price has to retrace back to the downside to come and do what? To come and eliminate that inducement, tap into our demand area, and then push to the upside. Why? Because of, you can see, all of us can see that, okay, this high here is a weak high, right? This high here is a weak high. There's a weak high. This acts as our weak high, and then this low here is our strong low. And then what does this mean? This means that, okay, now our goal is to come and take out what? This higher high, right? Our goal is to come and eliminate that higher high. Our goal is to come and eliminate that higher high. So this was the setup that I posted on Instagram and our free Telegram group. As you guys can see, price comes, but it happened around 3 a.m. in the morning. So most people didn't catch it exactly, truth be told. But we can see that, okay, price ends up eliminating that high. So now with price taking that high out, what comes into our mind as traders, right? What comes into our mind is that our high has been taken out, which means that weak high is out now. That weak high now is out. And then what does this mean? This means that, okay, now we have created a new strong low. And then we should be able to look for buying opportunities within these areas here that can come and eliminate this weak high here. One thing that I've really realized about USD is that, see, when USD is selling, it crashes, right? The amount of chemistry that it gives us, just beautiful clean candlesticks, right? But I do not recommend traders, like I said, to trade what? To trade the correctional phase of the market. I prefer to look for buying opportunities where I know that, okay, price is easy, right? And it's clean for me, right? So if you move to your maybe 10-hour time frame or the time frame that you would prefer, right? You will then look for your supply, your demand area. You will then look for your point of interest or demand area. So I would recommend us using this one here. I would recommend us using this one, a clean one actually. Let's go back to our daily time frame. It's a clean one, a bit odd, but trust me, setup was also shared, right? Setup was also said. So this is our institutional funded area. Let's use this one here. So this means that, okay, this is the area that we are interested in, right? For looking for buying opportunities from, right? And then this means that we are going to be looking for buys here, and then this is going to be our stop loss, and then this is going to be our TP, right? What is it that we see within the markets? Price comes, taps us in. As you guys can see, price taps us in beautifully so. And then let me just bring this guys back, because I thought it's gonna move a lot of pips right before coming that side. Okay, price comes, taps us in, and then we are looking for that impulsive movement to the upside. So as you guys can see that, okay, price impulses beautifully so to the upside, right? But from my side at the moment, what is it that am I expecting, right, from USDT? If you go to your hourly time frame, right, if you go to your hourly time frame, we can see that, okay, price has been consolidative a lot within this area here. Price has been consolidative a lot on this area here. And then what is it that I'm looking for as a trader? So I'm going to look for my buying opportunities right here, right on USDT. So this is going to be my area of interest. That's where I'm going to be looking for my entry points, and then making this low here our inducement. Making this low here our inducement, right? So now this will be our point of interest. Point of interest. So this will act as our point of interest. And then now this area here will be my area of entry. And then this means that, okay, if I look for buying opportunities here, where am I exactly looking for to exiting my trade, right? I'm gonna go straight and come and eliminate that high there, right? I'm gonna go straight and go and eliminate that high here, right? But at first, you know that, okay, the first target would be what? Eliminating our main higher high, right? Our first target would be to eliminate that higher high there, right? So which means that, okay, I'm looking forward to eliminating this area here. So this is my current setup that I'm waiting for patiently so on what do you call this thing, Dow Jones. So yeah guys, moving on to GBP USD. So let's see what price has for us. So yeah guys, as you guys can see that, okay, GBP USD has been on a bullish structure. Price has been creating a series of high highs and high lows, and currently we're trading in between this high and this low, right? Price has been doing what? Impulse correction, impulsive movement, correctional phase, then impulsive movement, and then moving on to this phase of the market that we're currently in. Note that within this impulsive movement, there is also a sub correctional phase and impulsive movement, right? Because the overall structure to the upside is an impulsive movement, but also we have what? An impulsive correction, impulsive big correction, and then we're looking forward to having that big impulsive movement to the upside, right? So now moving on with this trade here, what is it that we can talk about? Let me show you guys how I managed to catch a GBP USD buy to the upside. Like I said, guys, if you don't believe this, make sure that you go to the description section, join the free group, check evidence in there, and yeah, because I've had some of you guys telling me that all I do is just the back test, man. I do not do such things, right? So now, what is it that we can see? We can see that, okay, this high here has been eliminated, right? Making this high here what? Making this high here a weak high, right? And then since we have him as a weak high, what does this mean? This means that, okay, now we must come and look for what do you call this thing? A demand area there. So we can go to smaller time frames to look for a proper demand area, right? An area that we can use as a demand, right? So as you guys can see that, okay, within this area here, I'm sure on a 3-hour, 2-hour, we'll find a clear demand area. Okay, here it is. So this here will act as what? This here will act as our it will act as our demand area. So meaning that we'll then be looking for buying opportunities within the market where at this area here. So this is the area that we are going to be looking for buying opportunities from, right? So this will act as our point of interest, right? And then now, since all this is the low before the demand area, this is how we have our induce. This will be our inducement, right? So this will be our inducement. So when we take these buying opportunities within the market, our target will be what? Our target will mainly be this high here. So which means we want to eliminate this high and the high, I think, above it. So let's just come here and write high. Yeah. So this is the high that we want to eliminate, and then there's the second high that we want to eliminate, right? So this will be our higher high, right? Let me just increase the font of this so that you guys can be able to see this, right? So now what is it that we have? We have a clear, beautiful trade of GBP/USD. We are all looking for buying opportunities within the markets to go and eliminate that high, right? So what are the benefits actually of us trading the way we trade, right? Because this requires a lot of patience, this requires a lot of focus, right? You need to know that, okay, these are the types of setups that I'm going to be going for. These are the types of entry models that I'm going to be going for. So as an institution, what I have done for my students is that I have built a system that helps them to do what? To not be emotionally and psychologically invested in their trading style. Why? Because of the minute you trade every day and you do everything repeatedly, so that hinders you as a trader from becoming what? Profitable. Why? Because of you'll have to go through the whole process of being emotionally attached to your trades. You feel sad every single time you take your trades. After losing specifically, you feel some type of way. So in my world and my institution world, emotions are never a thing, right? So using set and forget, it has actually benefited us, and we've managed to see that trading every day is really not necessary. But moving on, taking this buying opportunity from this area here, calculated risk, and let's see what happens, right? Price pushes to the downside, beautiful, so gives us a zero float entry point, and then we later on have what? This beautiful trade, right? But yesterday, one of the students took from the Discord group took a buying opportunity, showed us actually that there's still more buying opportunities. Why? Because of, like I said, guys, every single time you find yourself in a minor structure, right? Every time you find yourself in a minor structure or impulsive way, you are more than welcome to do what? To look for more buying opportunities in case you missed the one from the main entry point, right? So what we saw was that we went to the 1 hour time frame, and then we found out that, okay, now there is a clean buying opportunity from this area here, right? There was a clean buying opportunity from this area here. So this is the area that we're looking for buying opportunities from, right? So we currently have 2 entry points running, right? We currently have 2 entry points running, so which means that, okay, some caught their buying opportunities here, some caught their buying opportunities from them at the bottom, right? So our goal here will be to do what? To eliminate both highs. So this would be simple for us. We'll be looking forward to eliminating both highs, right? So on a daily perspective, this is what we currently have, right? On a daily perspective, this is what we currently have on our setup, right? But then, other than that, wishing you guys nothing but a profitable week. Please do not forget that the mentorship special is coming to an end, month end, right? So which means at the end of June, we won't be having that 1,000 Rand or $60 special, right? It comes with what? It comes with the recorded mentorship, signal package, Discord group, and inside the mentorship, just to give you guys a brief, that's where you get the chance to be what? To be programmed to become a profitable trader. So some of you guys have the skill, but do not have the psychology or the risk plan of things to become profitable. So if you trade under us, prop firms are nothing, man. Passing a prop firm is just water under the bridge. Becoming profitable is also water under the bridge. So yeah, wishing you guys nothing but a profitable journey. And please, please, please do not forget to join the group below. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys on the free group for free market breakdown sessions and also our signals. Other than that, it's your mentor USDJPY. I'm signing out. Let's get it. O kry-a sa fetsa wena.